End of chapter 16. What the hell? No. Immediately no. Hello everyone, it's Jasmine and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is a reading vlog and I read Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I really enjoyed this book and it was really fun to film a reading vlog for it. I think I had some different reactions compared to most people while reading it. This is spoiler free for those who haven't read it yet. Stay tuned till the end for my full review and all my thoughts on Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get into it with my reactions. It's Friday night, I just got off work and I am going to start Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions on this. I feel like this is one of the more really popular Colleen Hoover books. Don't think I'm gonna cry reading this because I haven't cried at any of her other ones other than It Ends With Us. But I'm super excited to read this. Really excited to meet, I think her name's Tate. And I heard Miles is so we'll see. Shout out to Jenna. Jenna got this for me, so thank you so much. And I'm very excited to start reading it. I posted that I'm reading this on my Instagram story and I've gotten like 20 plus DMs already saying like good luck or like this one hurt or just trying to prepare me, so we will see how that goes. Okay, so whenever I see people talk about this book, I always hear Miles slander and he is not looking so good from the first chapter. I always hear Rachel too, so I'm interested to find out who Rachel is. I just finished the second chapter. I don't know how I feel. A little obsessive. Okay, so I'm on chapter 6 now, and it's really interesting because it goes back and forth between Miles and Tate's point of view, but Tate's point of view is in like the present, and Miles' point of view so far has always been 6 years earlier. So I'm interested to learn more about his past. Whoa, how many times does this guy say Rachel? Literally this one paragraph is, my favorite flavor is Rachel. My new favorite thing is Rachel. I want Rachel for my birthday. I want Rachel for Christmas. I want Rachel for graduation. Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. I'm gonna fall in love with you anyway, Rachel. I don't understand where the obsession is coming from. Talked to her like 2 times. I don't get it. I don't know. Part of the book already bothers me because I know that Kate and Miles are gonna be together, right? I'm seeing the tension between them, you know, whatever. But I hate that his backstory, we're focusing on an old relationship. That bothers me. I took a nap. I filmed a YouTube video. I haven't edited yet, but I'm probably gonna do it later tonight. I'm gonna pick up Ugly Love and continue reading it. I am on chapter 11. I'm on page 94. I think that's pretty good for reading it for a day. I just finished the end of chapter 16. What the hell? No. Immediately no. It's like, I think 11:40 and this quote, wow. It says, love isn't always pretty, Tate. Sometimes you spend all your time hoping it will eventually be something different, something better. Then before you know it, you're back to square one and you lost your heart somewhere along the way. I really like that quote. I am now on chapter 18. I understand the main point of the book is to understand Miles and his past. I get that. But I find it very weird to be reading about 2 couples at the same time. One in the past and one in the present. I feel like typically when characters go through trauma, we get little bits and pieces of it throughout the book. And then there's that one big reveal. But we don't typically read about it in their point of view and read about the past, so I'm trying to get used to it, but it's kind of weird. I'm like reading it and I'm just like, bleh. I just want to read about Tate and Miles. I don't know. So far I'm liking it. I feel like this book is very fast-paced, which I'm really enjoying. I'm just trying to wait and see for the part where everyone's like, this is gonna break you, like you're gonna cry. We'll see about that. Okay, it's currently 2 a.m. and I have about this much left. I'm gonna try to finish it tonight since I don't have work tomorrow. I just have class in the morning. Well, I just found out Miles' past and the infamous scene everyone always talks about. he called her another girl's name. Interesting. Stop. Now I understand the cover. What? I feel like this is the part everyone was talking about though. So I don't think this book is going to make me cry. Oh, this is so sad. Ugly love becomes you, consumes you, makes you hate it all, makes you realize that all the beautiful parts aren't even worth it. Without the beautiful, you'll never risk feeling like this. You'll never risk feeling the ugly. So you give it up, you give it all up. You never want love again, no matter what kind it is, because no type of love will ever be worth living through the ugly love again. Finally, we got a present day chapter from Miles. Finally, finally, finally. Been waiting for this. Oh my gosh. Almost 3 o'clock. I have to be up at 8 in the morning. Fantastic. Why are we reading in Rachel's point of view? What? Okay, honestly, I don't know why a lot of people hate Rachel. I don't hate her. I thought it was annoying to read about her and Miles the whole time because they're not the actual couple that we're like focusing on, but I don't hate her. I gave Ugly Love a 5 out of 5 stars. Here we follow Tate, and she moves in with her brother, and she meets his next door neighbor and friend, Miles. She develops a very strong attraction to him very fast. Basically, they agree to be friends with benefits. He makes her promise that nothing is going to happen between them, no feelings whatsoever. They are strictly doing whatever they're doing. Throughout the book, you go back and forth between Tate's point of view and Miles' point of view. Tate's point of view is in present day, and Miles' point of view, most of it is taken place 6 years earlier. So you kind of focus on a lot of his past and you see why he is the way he is, why he won't open up to Tate, why he feel like he can never love again, and you just see the trauma that he had faced. While I understand that we had to kind of learn Miles's past in order to understand how he is, I felt it very unnecessary to read and find out a lot of the things that I found out. I think a lot of the information we got, I could have just dealt with it in the same chapter, and the main past chapter could have been the traumatic experience, you know? I feel like that could have been like the big aha moment, then we could have gotten like the other details very minimally. That's just my personal opinion though, so which is why while I was reading it, I didn't think this was going to be a 5 stars, because half the book you're basically reading about him falling for another girl. You're witnessing the growth of another couple, which I felt very unnecessary, and I wanted to focus more on Tate and Miles. I didn't care about Miles with another person, so I found it very unnecessary. I know some people will disagree with me because they say that it is necessary to learn Miles's past, and while I think it's important to understand that, I think the only thing we really needed was the trauma that went with it, and then like the minor details that we needed to kind of understand how deep the story was. Another unpopular opinion I had was I didn't really hate Rachel as much as everyone else did. I was just more annoyed reading about her. Like I was like, I really don't care about her. Why are we reading about her with Miles? Like I don't understand the point. So I was very surprised when I found out that she had a chapter for her point of view, but I felt like it was very necessary. I feel like that was good closure for not only Miles but for us as a reader, find out what happened to her. However, even with all of that, I felt like the story was wrapped up very wonderfully. I really enjoyed like the last like 8 chapters. I couldn't stop smiling. I think it was just a very satisfying ending. I personally love Tate and Miles. I really don't see all of the hate for Miles. Like the man had trauma. You can't blame him for that. I felt like he made his intentions with Tate very clear from the start, and it was her kind of holding on to that hope that he would change and end up developing feelings for her. I'm not saying she deserved it, but I think that he made his intentions very clear. I thought that all of the characters were extremely likable. Overall, it was just a really fast and easy read for me. I couldn't put the book down. I finished this at like 3 in the morning because I needed to see how it played out. Like the last chapters were it for me, that won me over. It made me fall in love with the book. I love Tate and Miles. A lot of really interesting side characters. I just felt like everyone in the book was pretty much really likable. Rachel, I was kind of neutral with. I didn't hate her, but I didn't care for her either. Overall, I really enjoyed this book. I recommend if you love brother's best friend, friends with benefits trying to fight feelings for each other, and amazing character development. I definitely see the hype for this book. I also personally didn't cry. I know a lot of people said that this book broke them, it broke their heart, like they were sobbing. I didn't shed a tear. I thought it was sad, but I feel like I was more smiley than upset. This book is 18 plus. Make sure to look up trigger warnings. It became an all-time favorite. And that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, I hope you'd give it a like and subscribe to see more videos from me in the future. I hope you enjoyed watching my reactions and my thoughts to Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I had a lot of fun reading this, and I definitely recommend to those who haven't read it yet. All of my socials are linked down below if you guys want to follow me there to see real time what I'm reading, and I'll see you guys in my next video.